What if Deku had the Shen Gong last part? It's been a couple of days after the incident. People are still sad about their, well, death of Master Wu. And it's been about a week for the students at UA. As they've returned and all that, as we see that Jack has walked into the support course sad. As Mei Hatsume sees this, "Hey Jack," as he notices a sad expression, as he's just working on something. "You alright? You seem down today." "Yeah, just something happened." As then she noticed the wound on his shoulder, with the bandages covering it. "Did you get hurt?" Yeah, just a little bit of a incident." "What type of incident?" Just a little bit of a villain attack." "Did you go to the USJ?" "No. Some group attacked the temple." So, wait, what? Someone attacked the temple?" "Yeah. Not everyone made it." "Did someone? Master Wu, one of my masters, passed away." "Sorry, I didn't mean to." "No, it's fine. After all, I'll just make more inventions. That's what I do always. Just keep making inventions." As then May would hug Jack. It's not it's not safe for you to just bottle your emotions away in your inventions, Jack." As then Jack would start crying. "Why did it have to be Master Wu?" As he would just let out a good cry. "Thanks, May. I needed this." As May would be hugging Jack, just comforting him as he's just laying it all out. As Zuko would also be in his class. As people know, he's not as cheerful as he usually is, but still quite cheerful because Deku has gone through loss before. He did lose his mother at a young age. So, but Kendo knows something's off. "Midoriya?" "Yeah?" "Are you alright?" "Yeah, I'm fine. Why do you ask?" "You seem a bit off today." "Yeah, why?" "Did something happen? I know the USJ happened a few days ago." "Well, my temple got attacked." As Aizawa, who's in the class, hears this. "Your temple?" "Yeah, by those things called Nomu that we encountered at the USJ." "Wait, what?" "Jack was there to defend them off, though, luckily." "Jack?" "My friend, and the other monks and guards. But the master of the temple passed away, and now Master Feng has become the headmaster." "Well, I'm sorry to hear about your loss, but why did they attack? And it was such a large number." "Well, so many Nomu attacked, but I think that it's going to be happen again." "You think they are going to attack again?" "Yes, but with greater." "Fine, I'll call someone." As, well, he calls All Might. Of course, informing the heroes and all that of the situation. "But why are you so sad about the attack that happened on the temple?" "I told you one of the masters died. Master Wu, a person that took me in when I was 4 or 5? When I lost my mother. He treated me like his own. He treated everyone there like we were his own. He was someone you could respect. Someone that would always be there for you. And he was murdered. We still have no clue who did it. We're trying to figure it out, but he was alone when it happened, so we have no clues. Nothing but a cold trail." As Kendo comforts Deku. As we go back to Jack, as he's crying before he knows something. Huh? He pulls out that little device that knows where Deku's like belt is. As he looks at it and he sees, wait a minute. As then he calls up the office. Hey, I think I know where the villains that attacked the USJ are. Really, Jack Spicer? Apparently, Zuko had snuck in his belt around the, well, a sash, technically, around in the pocket of one of the villains as they had gotten away. As they inform this and they gather the heroes. As Jack and Zuko would meet at the end of the day. As Kendo and May would show up. As they're there to help him, as they go to the temple, as they see it's under repairs. Y'all to be safe, we're gonna head back now, as they were basically escorting them home, essentially. Well, Aizawa had to do that anyway, because of what happened. As they would enter, as things seemed to be going as usual, just a little bit more down than usual. As Master Feng has been trying to get things back up and running. As Jack and Deku would go over to Master Feng. Ah, Zuko, Jack, you're back. Yeah, we're back. The villains are currently being taken care of. Yeah, I know. And they would basically go on and chit-chat some more as they noticed that the repairs were going smoothly. Anyway, let's go back to our places. To our rooms and just reflect on what has happened. Master Feng, are you going to be alright with all these changes you're making? Yes, everything will be fine. I'm just making slight changes on the schedule and all that. I am visiting Master Wu's grave every now and then. Just to show my respect. Wasn't there a tradition? There is a tradition. Every year the headmaster goes to visit all the graves of the masters previous on. And that will happen again soon. Very well, Master Feng. As Deku would go to his room, and same as Jack. As they go to sleep, as they wake up the next day, and, well, of course, there would be on the news that the LLV that attacked the USJ had been apprehended. Kurogiri and Shigaraki, because they got surprise attacked. All for One could do nothing, as it happened at a surprising time, and he had no clue it was happening, because his traitor didn't get the information. So, as we go to like a few days, as the Shen Gong temple has been pretty much all repaired, as Jack's been working on the robots, and it's been just another day after a simple school, as they're back. And of course, tragedy has to strike once more. As a huge horde of Nomus appear outside of the temple, this time with All for One at the front. As this causes the security go off and everyone to get to stations. As Izuku and Jack get up and go running towards Master Feng. Master Feng, what is it? It seems like the person that sent the Nomus is back. Is with an army this time. As Jack's like, I'll get back up here. As he presses a button. Sending it towards Yue, giving him a signal saying the temple of Shenlong is under attack. Of course, heroes will be sent immediately, as Jack activates the security system he implanted the last few days, as he's not been sitting around with just his injured shoulder these past couple of days. He's been working on a full security system, as a dome appears above and around the temple. Wait, didn't you say that was a prototype, Jack? Yes, it's unfortunately still in its prototype phases. That's why I made the the responders outside the temple. Wait, what? As Master Fung goes over, you put the receivers of where the portal, or sorry, the shield is at underground outside the temple. Yes. Because they're not complete. As of course, the Nomus would go to deactivate them, and boom, boom, after they would blow up because they had tried to break in, bust in. The heroes are on their way, as we're going to need battle stations. As Deku would grab the Fist of Temigong, the 2-ton tunic, and another item before rushing out to where Master Fung has the Orb of Tsunami with him, as Jack has just pulled up with the remaining of his robots, seemingly attacking the Nomu, with the other masters, monks, and others fighting the Nomus as well. With the heroes arriving and all that, as All For One goes over, now hand me the one Shingon Wu that controls time. I need it for my plan. The Sands of Time, Shingon Wu. As Master Funk says, you'll never get your hands on that Shingon Wu, All For One. We'll see about that. As he raises a hand and sends out, dark tendrils, as Deku gets in front and uses the 2-ton tunic to protect himself and Master Fung. As Master Fung uses the Orb of Tsunami to freeze All For One. But he breaks through it. You think that will stop me? As then he gets punched by something, sending him ragdolling into the wall of the temple. As we see Jack with his machine that seemingly blew up, but the top mask part of it is off, and we see Jack in it with the arms and legs. It may not be at full strength, but I managed to repair the suit in only a span of a few hours. As All For One gets back up and looks over at Jack Spicer, Master Fung, and Izuku standing there. You fools. He sends an air can forward, seemingly pushing them away, all except Jack. As he looks back, All For One goes over there and seemingly punches the armor, sending it flying out the front gate and squishing a Nomu. As Jack just rolls out and hits a wall as he's knocked unconscious. As All Might would arrive on the scene. All For One, you villain. I'm here to take you out once and for all. As of course they would go on a showdown, doing fist-to-fist fighting left and right. As Deku goes to look for Jack. As he finds Jack, as he starts to wake him up. Jack, wake up. As he wakes up, oh, my head. Are you alright? Yeah, I think I was knocked out. I have a way to defeat All For One. And what would that be? With this. As he pulls out the Sapphire Dragon. No, that is a Shingon Wu that should never be used. I've already prepared soot and all that ready to counter it. All we need is to make sure he Sapphire's All For One. No, you're not using that. But it's the only way. No, I've got a better one. What do you mean, Jack Spicer? If you don't know, there are these other Shingon Wu. What about the Silk Spinner? Or the Thorn of Thunderbolt? Or the Sweet Baby? Any of those could work. No, it has to be that Sapphire Dragon. Fine. I'll prepare the machine to just send soot out to make sure it has this thing under control. Alright, get in position. I'll get this thing to make soot. As the machine that he got rolled out of is barely functional after the hit All For One gave it, but it's still somehow managing to move. Man, I must have really done well with the mechanics on this thing if it's still moving in this condition. As the machine slowly makes it over towards where All Might and All for One is fighting, as All Might is seemingly on the losing end, as then Deku would release the Sapphire Emerald. All for One, over here! As All for One look over and see the Sapphire Emerald in front of him, or the Sapphire Dragon, as he simply is ready to attack it, as then the fire comes out as he's frozen a sapphire statue. As then Jack Spicer sends out the smut from the machine, making it go back to its original form, but leaving All for One as a sapphire statue. Excellent work, young Izuku Midoriya and Jack Spicer. As the day has been won. As the victory has been told, everyone is celebrating. And a time span of a few years would pass. Let's say 20. As we reveal that Deku is at the grave of Master Wu. As Master Feng would come out. Well, if it isn't you, Izuku. Master Feng. As he smiles, as Master Feng is a lot older. Don't call me Master after all. You're now the Master of the Shaolin School. You and your wife, of course. As Izuku got married to Kendo. How is Jack doing? As he sits down next to Izuku. Jack has apparently got a contract overseas with a fairly large, machinery. He's even been applied to go to Island. Making big paths. I assume he got married as well. Yeah, to Mei Hatsume. Well, it has been about 20 years since we defeated All for One. As they look over and they just see the statue of All for One just sitting in the middle of the cemetery for the Shen Gong Masters. And it's just sitting there. You're also keeping an eye on that thing, right? In case he ever returns? Of course, Master. Well, it's good to know that everything turned out okay. I'm glad I managed to go in retirement and give the school to you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a car to get. As he walks away before getting to a fancy Lamborghini and just driving out. And that is the end of What If Deku Had the Shen Gong Wu.